Okay, I'm so sorry. I had to do a part two. I don't know what went wrong with my phone. Sometimes it's really annoying. Well, as you can see, the potatoes are coming along good. Pretty soon, it would be not long to, let me, they're still pretty hard, but they should be fork tender in a bit. I know you, some of you might be thinking, oh, I already know how to do that, but I just want to show you how I do it. Just in case if you guys want to learn some new tricks. This little single burner, yeah, I know I had to clean it. Never lets me down. It does work, of course, and I always use it. Of course, I use it more than the burners on the stove. And I know some people just take the potatoes out of the pot and just mash them with a potato smasher or whatever they call that. But I don't do that. I use my KitchenAid mixer, which I will show you guys. And believe me, it's a lot more easier for me to do it on there than it's with a potato masher. And I'll show you guys that once these potatoes are fork tender. These have not been on the single burner that long, but I will show you guys. And the minute they're done, I'm going to take a spoon that has holes in them, of course, and put them in here. Of course, that's of a strainer with a metal bowl with it, because it works just to get out the extra water on the potato. I always do that, no matter what, and to me it's a lot more easier. Then I usually pick this up and bring it over to the KitchenAid mixer, and that's how I make my homemade mashed potatoes. Well, really, I'm looking forward to this for dinner tonight. I'm having, or should I say, my husband and I, we're having these with meatloaf I'm going to be making soon. And I'll be making a vegetable as well. And this, and as I said to you in part one, I enjoy having these on. I enjoy these whatever I can, and I do make these for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, or whatever we have a family get together, or it's just me and my husband. And every time I make these, my husband just dives right into them. He absolutely loves them. As you can see right there. Yeah. I know that is a lot of potatoes. I just made it enough for a few days, just to make a meal for a few days. And this is going to be delicious. Okay, here's my KitchenAid mixer. I had it for a few years. It's actually been really great having this machine around. I cannot live without this baby, no matter what. This is how I make my cheesecakes, whatever cake I want, and of course, heavy whipping cream. And of course, I do make my homemade mashed potatoes in this one. Yeah, I absolutely love this machine. Absolutely love it. I do apologize for the background noise the TV was on, and I forgot to mute that. I usually don't have the TV on when I'm making a YouTube video. Well, I just want to show you guys my mixer, my KitchenAid mixer. Absolutely love this thing. I'll be right back with the homemade mashed potatoes. Hopefully my phone won't act up again. Otherwise there might be a part 3 in this mashed potatoes making series. Okay, as you can see, I covered it with a heat resistible plate. I don't know what happened to the lid that goes to this pot, but it does work. Yeah, this will definitely cook more faster with the lid on. Yep. I just wanted to show you guys. Yeah, and this is going to be absolutely good. Just can't wait. Okay, what I got here is I just took some unsalted butter out of the refrigerator. And I'm going to let this sit at room temperature so it would be much more easier for the butter to melt faster when the potatoes are done. I usually put this in the mixer at the same time when the potatoes are in the mixer, so that way the butter can be combined with the potatoes along with some salt. This is the brand I'm using today, and milk. You can use any milk you want. Heck, you can even use heavy whipping cream if you want. But today, I might either use regular milk or almond milk. Unsweetened almond milk. Just a regular one. Yeah, well, I know this does take a lot of time to cook, but it will be worth it in the end. Trust me. Yeah. I used to add sea salt, but now I just use pink salt because I heard it's a little more better for you. Yeah, as you can tell, they're cooking. Yeah. Hopefully they'll be cooking a lot more faster. I'll get back to you guys as soon as they're fork tender. Here's the milk I'll be using today. Sorry, I forgot to bring that out, but I just want to show you guys. I did read up. It's okay to use almond milk if you don't want too much dairy in your mashed potatoes. And I usually do this anyway. I usually add some butter, almond milk, and of course the salt. Of course, mashed potatoes need to taste good. I just want to show you guys what I'm going to be using in my mashed potatoes, so I'll get back to you guys soon. When my potatoes are done, I'm going to put them in this big casserole dish. It's a lot more bigger than the one than you saw with my last video, steaming chicken. That was a smaller version of this bowl. This one is a lot more bigger, so I'm going to be using this for my homemade mashed potatoes, and should turn out pretty good. I do apologize for my dishwasher in the background there, but got some dishes to clean. As you can see, they're still going. Alright. Hopefully my phone won't do something stupid, and then hopefully there won't be a part 3. Well, I'll get back to you guys as soon as they're fork tender. Okay. I just checked them. They're fork tender. And now I guess it's time time to put them in the drain board, what I showed you earlier. And then put them in the mixer and let's get started. There, as you can see, it's going really, really smoothly. I just put up the speed. Yeah, this is how I make my mashed potatoes. Let me just put that down a little bit, and I'm afraid that some of this stuff will get kind of hard to do this on camera, but yeah. Well, I still need to add some potatoes, more potatoes. There's still some potatoes in the pot, but I just want to get a head start on this one. And I added some salt and some almond milk and about 2 tablespoons of butter, but I might have to add more since there's a lot of potatoes in here. And I do apologize about the dishwasher. And as I said before, gotta wash the dishes. Alright, I'll just add some more potatoes in here and I'll get back to you guys. There, I just added the last of the potatoes and I already used up about half of the stick of butter already. Yeah, I know, it's a lot of butter, but we have a lot of potatoes in here. Trust me, it will taste good. As you can see, the butter's at room temperature. And that's the way I wanted it. And of course I did add some more almond milk to this. And now I'm just waiting for my mashed potatoes to get all nice and fluffy. And I'm gonna add a little more pink salt. You can always add more salt, but make sure you add a little bit at a time until you taste it. And then you can add more to your liking, whatever way you want. Yeah, as you can tell, it's coming along pretty good, but I like mine a little more fluffier and creamier. So I just turn up the mixer to high speed, and that'll get it all nice and fluffy, and it's gonna be delicious. Trying to keep some of this down, hope it will join the party. Let me check it for a minute here. Oh yeah, that looks good. Let me try a little bit of this here. That does taste pretty good, but it could use a little bit more salt. Oh, let me try to get some of this down too. So this can join the party. Yeah. You can always add more butter to this to your liking as well. I think I'm going to add a little more butter once I am done. I'll put what you need to do below. And hopefully you guys will enjoy these as much as I enjoyed them. Well, it's looking pretty good. Sometimes I like to leave it a little bit chunky, but sometimes I like to make it nice and creamy, as I want it today. But even though there's a few chunks in there, that's all right. I'm not picky how my homemade mashed potatoes. I forgot to mention the beginning of this video. This is kind of like a family recipe. It's been passed down to my family, especially on my mother's side of the family. And I hope that she's really, really proud of me. I lost my mother this past January, but at least I know that she's resting in peace. Yeah. And it's looking pretty good. I'll, when my mother was still with us, she loved these mashed potatoes. I did a great job. I just like making them this way instead of using instant mashed potatoes. Of course, I do use my KitchenAid mixer every time I do this. Every time. Okay, I'll continue to mix it and I'll put it in the casserole bowl. Or should I say in the casserole dish. Then I'll show you the final product. Alright, here we are. The final product. Sometimes I would like to add some seasoning to my mashed potatoes. Like garlic powder and Italian seasoning. And a little more butter. And believe me, that would taste really, really good. And I'll be having these for dinner tonight along with the meatloaf I was talking about earlier. And I hope everyone will like this. And I hope hopefully you guys will I don't know what to say. Hopefully you guys can comment on this recipe. Hopefully you will share with your family and friends. As you can see right now, you can tell right now that I'm putting those 2 spices in here. I like to do this when it's just me and my husband. Sometimes my sister will even ask me to add this to the potatoes. Yeah, this will add a little more flavor. Heck, you could do whatever you want. You could leave it as the way it was. Or you can add onion powder to this. You can add whatever your favorite seasoning is. Yeah, look at that. I just like garlic mashed potatoes with Italian seasoning. And believe me, it does taste good. Oh my gosh. In the future, I'll share more recipes like this. Next, maybe I'll show you my herb fried potatoes recipe. And I'll show you whatever recipe was my favorite to make when I first married my husband, or when I was still a teenager living at home. Yeah, I used to help my mother cook all the time because she didn't really have time, or sometimes she was just too tired, or sometimes I even cooked for my father when he didn't feel like cooking either. Well, as you can say, I cooked for both of my parents, and I do love my parents very, very much. And they did appreciate that I did help them now when I was still living at home with them. Yeah, well, you had to be there for them like they were there for you. And I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. If you like this video, part 2, please give me a thumbs up. Sorry about my dirty fingers, but still a part of the job. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Or should I say a wonderful evening. Enjoy.